Welcome to our very first podcast. We are here with Future and we have Extract as well as our guest. Future is most 9 out of 10 times probably going to be the co-host as well in future. We don't know. We don't know, huh? But we will figure it out. We have to start somewhere. And as guest, we have Extract. He is a team owner as well. So, yeah, Extract. Maybe tell who you are to the people so they can know you.
I am a former fucking everything on COD, basically. I've been in and out teams all of my days, near enough. And then I decided I'm going to start my own. And it's definitely had its ups and downs. That's for sure. And hopefully it's all ups from here. But if you don't know, the team is vertical, but I'm not going to put the ats on it, and you can find it yourselves.
Yeah, I'll
And,
make sure to drop a link in the
and
description.
but not to have an ego, but you've probably heard of all the drama with us. But that's for another thing.
Man, yeah. So, yeah,
Let's just leave it at that, man. Let's just leave it at that.
let's just leave it at that. I do want to discuss some stuff though, literally about it, because
You're all good, bro.
future is management in Aero. I'm the owner, and you own your team as well. So I was like,
I'm a former Aero as well. I'm former Aero. I'm
yeah,
one of the boys.
true, but not
I'm one of the
currently
boys,
anymore.
man.
But yeah, I was thinking about let's maybe discuss some, yeah, talk about teams and stuff, how it is about owning a team, management, because
The
Futures, like I
stress.
said, he is a manager in us, head management. You own your team, I own my team. I think we have some pretty hot intakes, maybe, or some advice for people, how to run a team, how to manage them, or overall advice for small creators. So I wanna ask you first, like, why did you decided to start your own team? Like, what made you
The
go like,
last,
I
the
want my
last,
team?
org, the last org that I was in, I left it and it wasn't that well of an experience. Because then that org ended up falling to pieces.
Man, I
And then I'm
feel
just
like
like,
a lot of
I'm
teams
just,
have a habit of that.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. They
I didn't expect it. Like that org was so solidified, but I wasn't in the management, so I never actually got to see how bad it was until after I left and I get told. But overall, the experience with the org was all right until I left, and then that's when it kind of hit the fan. And I'm just like, nah, I'm just gonna start my own and see how it goes. And it was a good start. We managed to reach pretty much every milestone within the month. Got some decent partners within the month. It was an easy first month, surprisingly. We had everything in space. We had rosters in every game. That was probably when we were at our peak, to be
And not
fair.
to forget that you also partnered up with one of my companies.
Bro,
Man,
speaking of, we've actually got a copycat. No, not even joking. We actually have an org that copies everything from us. From the PC company to the merch company we had, controller company, energy company, everything.
man, what's the team's name?
Everything down
I want all the
to
juice. What's the team? What's the team? Give us the juice.
everything down to a basically we had everything sorted. We brought a streamer in, the streamer left. The streamer joined this org, and then basically they partnered with everyone we worked with. From the merch designs, they copied us. From the companies they worked with, they went with them. Everything was copied from us. We laid a road. We set the path for these fuckers.
Man, I was about to say, you
yeah,
can also see yourself as a trendsetter. You can ask Future the amount of times that we have people leave Aero, start their own team, and just do exactly what we've been doing.
Oh, it's so
yeah.
So,
annoying that we have
I've
got like
witnessed it.
four. It's like four different members now that have left and started their team. Not one of their teams are standing to this day. They
man,
lasted 3 months total.
I
Boom,
know, right?
went to
So,
that.
what is some advice that you guys, like you as well, Future, because you are been in Aero for probably one of the longest now, that I know for
Yep.
sure. I think
One of the
Tim is the
we are
longest, and then you come, I think. if I'm pretty
Definitely.
right.
I believe it was like 2021 or something.
Yeah, something like that. So you've been
Near the beginning
around.
of 2021.
Yeah, you've been around with us for a long time, so you have especially seen management come and go, same as leads.
Yep.
You started out as a designer for us, worked your way all the way up to head of management. Man, we've been through so much shit, so I feel like you have plenty of stuff that you can tell or give advice to people as well that want to start a team. And I feel Extract, you as a team owner especially, you must have some advice as well, but or
If
tips
you're
for
bad
people.
prices, don't join a team and then start your own.
What?
You see, don't join an org to then leave it to then think you can start your own without if you don't have experience within management of that org. Because when you join an org as a streamer, content creator, player, you don't see the struggle that the management go through.
That
It's not as easy
Yep.
as we make it out to be.
that is very true because I have a lot of people in the past telling me like, managing teams or leading teams is one of the easiest thing there is. Well, it
It's
is
not.
easy
It's not.
depending how you
It's
look at it. If you look at it in a way like, oh no, I'm just gonna ask people for clips and just recruit people, yeah, okay, it's easy. But if you look
it's
at it
not.
from a way
Constant.
bigger picture, like if you really want to build something up from the ground, then it's not just something that you can be like okay, I'm gonna start my own team and we be popping in a week. Like
That's
Yeah.
just
far
not.
away from that. So I gotta agree with that. Don't just join a team just to leave it and start your own without having the experience. That is, I think, a
You have
lot of
exactly.
people overlook that. They just start one
Yeah,
and
they do.
learn with what comes. I know
You
I
have
did
to
sort
look at
of.
the people. You have to look at the people you bring on. It's constant meetings, phone calls, contracts with partners. Like there's so much. There's even legal stuff sometimes. Like there's so much stuff that nobody knows about, and it's ridiculous.
True, true,
It's
true.
just it's not. If you want to have something successful, it's not just all the boys in a group chat just having fun. There's
Yeah.
too much stuff involved.
True.
Yeah, it's about putting the effort, man.
It is.
Man, I've been
And
It's
it's
running my
about
team since 2015, bro. I mean, I've been doing this shit for nearly 8 years now, and look how far I came. I cannot say that I have made it or came a far away. We were able to create something as a step up stone for people. That was our goal. That is our goal to be a starting place for teams. And to be fair, in 8 years' time, we have been able to literally create that. People look at Aero a lot of times like, oh, they have followings and the likes are small or they don't get much interactions. But man, I can pull up a whole list of former members that till this day have made it big or a decent name for themselves that literally tell us multiple times that we were able to give them that, and that for me is more than enough. Well,
yeah.
It
so
reaches a point when you're an organisation, especially when you aren't especially known, you become a stepping stone. You're a stepping stone for the larger organisations to be like, let's pick this guy up or whatever. But then it reaches a point where you are the org that people actually want to join.
exactly, and I am very proud of a lot of people that leave my team or Aero for a team that gives them a bigger chance. What does make me sad a lot of times is to see people that joined a team that's more established, like for example Aero. We have been established in 2015. We're still running to this days. We may have took a break sometimes, but we never really fully ended. And then we have people before that literally just joined a brand new team that has literally been established for around a week, and then they just complain about everything that it's a mess, it's not established and everything, you know? And
Yeah.
that's also that is something that does makes me sad to happen. Like I know what sometimes I do know what people are looking for. I know that we can give that to them. We can bring that to them, and then they see or feel a different way about it, and that's fine. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own opinions or ideas on stuff, but I know or I see a bad mistake or a bad move when I see one. So my advice to everyone that wants to create a team is don't get mad about people leaving because it's something that will happen anyways. It doesn't matter if you're a small team, medium-sized team, big team, or a tier organization. People come and
Even
go.
tier one organizations, like fucking people are gonna join if they get offered a bigger contract. It's
Yeah,
just how
not even
it's
that. It's literally sometimes it's literally about the cloud. If one team pulls 2 likes more than the other team, they'd be like, "Oh no, this team is better because they pull 2 likes more." Well, okay, if you think that, go. But my advice
people
mostly,
worry too much about numbers. I've noticed that in my time, man. People worry too much about the numbers. Numbers
Hmm.
mean nothing.
that is
They
a
are they mean
fact.
absolutely nothing.
That's something I tell people a lot of times. Don't look at the numbers, look at what the intention. Like, let's say I'm a streamer, content creator, pro player, whatever. When I will, when, or let's take an example, years back before I started my own team, I used to quick scope on Call of Duty, hit clips, go for montages and shit. And I did receive a decent amount of offers back then, and literally the reason why I decided to join the first team that I wanted to join was purely I asked the owners and management like what are the intentions that you guys have, what is it that you guys can offer me that another team can't offer or that another team doesn't. And when someone is honest to me and more politely and they know that they can bring me stuff that I'm looking for, then in my opinion I have found a place to go. And if I see
Yeah.
Yeah,
and if
100%.
someone has more numbers or offers me a bigger bag, more money, more clout, more fame, I don't give a shit about that because at the end of the day I want to do what feels good for me. And if someone can brings me something that I need to build myself, I pick that any day over clout or money or anything. So overall, it's a lot of advice that I have to give in such a small time, as you guys can notice. But yeah,
Yeah.
throughout the years of being in the gaming community, in the Call of Duty community, leading a team, going from team captain to a leader to at one point a management, and then that team. A lot of shit happened with the last team where I was in before I decided to make my own team. So I did had some experience before I decided to get into it, of course. But future, what is your advice? Like,
My advice,
yeah,
what
like,
is about creating a team, right?
yeah, like what?
So when
Let's say
you're
someone
creating a
starts a
team,
team. Someone starts a team. What is some advice that you can give them when they just start out, or even if they have been established for a long road, but they have a bumpy road?
hold on, I'm gonna move AC real quick into here, if that's what you wanted.
Well, if he is around, then yes.
Oh,
I
yeah, it's
see.
got
All right,
Evan. Holy,
what's up, AC?
what's up, dude?
So as
You
you
want
guys can
Okay.
see, we have a surprise guest as well. It's AC.
it's extract.
Yes.
He can
Extract, bro. What's
extract this
different?
semen my dick into his mouth. Yes, sir.
Bro. chill, chill,
I
chill. We
don't, I don't
record.
think you realize that we're
No, but
recording.
Are we
this
already
is
recording?
this is why we
Yeah.
didn't do it live. This is exactly why we did not do it live.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Well,
You live
AC,
and you learn.
AC, thanks for coming. I'm glad
Thank you for having me.
having you on our first podcast together with
I'm
Extract.
glad to be here.
You
Glad to be here.
you joined at the right timing because we were just talking about when someone creates a team or has been owning a team for a long time.
Mhm.
On some top advice that we have, Extract just gave his advice. Future was just about to give his advice for someone that owns a team or is in management for his team. So I don't know if you have some advice as well. If so, then we would like to hear that after Future as well.
Great. Yeah. Do you want me to go ahead or is it someone else
No,
already?
Future finished. I'm gonna
Go ahead,
finish
Future.
first, and then you can go.
So what people need to realize when they are wanting to start a team, especially if they're doing it for the long run, and if you're even gonna have bumps in the road, because time will come either way, because starting a team isn't easy, as we were talking about. But what you really want to first do is set some goals for the team that you're creating. Set some priorities, because maybe then you'll even have something valuable for your team. And especially when looking for players, content creators, streamers, you want to look for people who are basically not getting recognized for their amount of effort that they put in to their work, etc. Because you want to be able to give them the honor to promote themselves and to be able to give them a way to show people that, hey, look, I'm doing good. And within the team, they are treating me like family. They have their goals set in mind, and they want to be able to give me everything that I can get out of a team. So basically, if you're just wanting to start a team and owning a team, and especially if you're part of management, start setting some goals, get some priorities straight first, because then that's when things can start happening and moving along.
That is some good ass advice. I'm not gonna lie. That is some good advice. That is something that when I created my team, that is something that I wish I knew before, because I created my team and I just, I just tried what I said. I was in a team before. Sadly, that team had to end because of some internal stuff that happened. Nothing all too crazy, just sadly it did have to end. And yeah, I just basically just took that roster over, and me and Charlie created Aero, and we just continued where that team left off. We just instantly had the clips going for Call of Duty montages, team touches, introducing episodes, and everything like that. So that is some good advice to have.
I
Well,
mean,
I
I
see.
also know what it's like owning a team as well, because
Oh yeah, I forgot you owned a team
yeah,
as well for
AZF.
a short period. How long did you own the team for?
We basically started in 2014,
Okay.
but it was a different team before that. It was called Fear, and me and my best friend Unseen, because he was playing with me and everything at the time. He was in the team, and he said, and we like searched up like names and everything all over the internet, and Fear was like pretty popular then, so we went to change it, and then we started it from there. And all we were doing was basically just gathering Call of Duty trick shotters most of the time. But then, of course, we were young. We really didn't know what we were doing. So then I didn't really know how to own. But I know that when it comes to players, I know there was a lot of arguments and shit like that. And I was basically the one that had to stop it all, tell everyone to start behaving and everything.
I know how that
But
feels.
yeah. And then we basically were running until 2020. That was basically last time. But during 2020, I was, of course, gone for about 5 months because I went to school and all that. So I didn't have much time to focus on my team. And I gave it to some other person. I'm not going to
We
name him
noticed.
because of, yeah, I'm not going to name him because of,
Mm-hmm.
reasons.
Respect, respect.
But as soon as I got back, the team was basically ended then because the guy I'm talking about. He was basically owner then, and he decided to merge with a team. And I know definitely how well that turns out.
You don't have to tell me. I know where you get that experience from.
Yeah, I got back, and then my friend Unseen, he's like, "Hey man, the team ended, and this is what happened." Of course, I'm not going to go into detail because there's a lot of personal stuff as well that happened then. But like the team merged and yeah, everything went to shit. And then of course I tried to start it back up, but I mean at least we got one team Taj out then. But that was about it.
I have seen
But I
that
realized
Taj.
that I realized that there was barely anyone who wanted to join a team then, so
Well, it's still till this day. Picking up people is still a pain in the ass. So,
yeah, but of course if I knew about the goals and priorities then I'm pretty sure ASAP would have been still running. But
most likely the change, yes. AC,
right
I
now I'm happy with Aero. I love the team.
we love you as well. You know that I have told you multiple times you are literally one of the stones that kept me going as well when I was multiple times almost out of it, that I was like, I'm done. And you, Unique, Vec, or Happy, how most people know him. We have Momo, 11. Well, most people know her now by now as well, but back then she
Yeah,
was
it's
called
the
Momo.
artist.
Those were literally, and Charlie and a few other friends I met online were literally the people that kept me going. But especially when it comes to the people in Aero, it was you, Momo back then, Unique, and Vec that literally made sure that till this day this team is still going. Because I had some points that you know it, that I was like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
I know the feeling.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of waking up every day, going into a team chat, reading arguments, having to fix it again, putting adults in a timeout like they are kids. Like, no. And you guys
Yeah.
just pulled me through it. And to be honest, we still have our ups and downs, but the last 2 years we cannot complain that much aside from the lack of content, which lately we have been trying to fix a lot.
Yeah.
So that's going decently if you ask me compared to the future or the past. In the future we hope to even push out more, but we'll see how it goes. So, AC,
What's up?
do you have some advice for someone that is in a management position in a team or that owns a team that just started out or is running for a long
Yeah,
time but they have
yeah.
issues?
Um, I myself don't have a lot of experience. I'm an Apex player. That's why I joined under Aero Force. So, with Aero, I really pushed out to be more than what I was, what my title called me as, because I feel like in an
That is true.
organization, that's how you have to kind of be in general. You kind of have to have a passion for it, and if you don't, it's not going to work out. But leading out to that, I tend to ramble a lot. But leading into that, it's more like for the owners starting out and whatnot. You got to really realize that like a lot of people go into this shit and they go, "Hey, I'm making a team. I'm the owner. People will respect me. They'll talk to me if anything goes on. I'm the owner. That's what it means." But fuck, dude, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, dude. You're owner. You made the team. I mean, that's what you've got for you. You made the team. I mean, that's what everyone can look at you and say you made the team. But how good did you make it? That's the thing. What was your mentality the whole time? Was it, oh, I'm the owner, I'm gonna hire people, they're gonna do my work and then report back to me, or is it, I'm the owner, this isn't this isn't an ownership, it's a family, it's an establishment. See what I'm saying? A lot of
Yes.
people come in and they're like,
Hmm.
okay, they need to listen to me because we all want this, but if you don't listen to me, it's not working out. That's not how that works, man. You have to be lenient in everything, and that works for everything in life. You have to be lenient. And a lot of owners don't want to learn the word leniency, and they don't want to bend because they're afraid they're going to snap. And then once they snap, they're afraid they're not going to get up. And I think that's a lot of people in this org, especially starting out, is they fall down and then they stay down rather than get up multiple times. And that's what I've seen with you guys is that you get up. See what I'm saying? Dude, I don't swap teams. I don't team jump. I don't do shit without knowing anything about them. You know what I mean? I need to know at least 75% of what the mentality is, how the org's establishment is, what the ideas are, what the benefits is, what I'm doing for them, what they're doing for me, etc. It's a mutual relationship. Let's be honest. It's not
That
Yeah,
is
it's not
so
it's
true.
not it's not 70-30, it's not
definitely.
80-20, it's not 90-10, it's 50-50.
True. And sorry to interrupt, but this is where I'm gonna have a little bit of an ego, so I
Right, right.
apologize
Of
beforehand.
course.
But I think most people ACS in this podcast at the moment is one guy that is out of all of us the most recent one that has joined Aero. No longer is in the team, but
I'm still here.
me
I'm still in the
person
background.
exactly. But me personally, as an owner, I have to say that here comes the ego. That me
Right.
personally, I do it a lot different than a lot of team owners. I'm not trying to win you over with false promises. Like
Right.
AC, when I reached out to you, first thing I asked, what are your goals? What do you
Mm-hmm.
want to achieve and where do you see us fit
Mm-hmm.
that picture? What can we do
Right.
for you? You responded with a couple of things and I was honest to you, okay, we can try this. We can give you this. We cannot do this for you because we don't have either the numbers or the money or the relationships for it. So I have to say, when it comes down to owners, I have to agree with you. Like a lot of people be like, look, I'm the owner, and that's it. There's also no respect with the members, and that is the first thing that I personally try to do before you even try to join. When you ask
Right.
me,
Right.
is like, okay, look, you want to join, that's fine. Of course, I want to see your. If you're a pro player, I want to see your
Right.
stats.
Right. Right.
If
Of
you're
course.
a streamer, a content creator, I want to see your stuff.
Right. Of
But
course.
that is the last thing that I ask. The first thing I ask is, what type of person are you? Um, what?
Where do your dreams lie?
Yeah.
Where's your
Where do
passion
your
Yeah,
at?
what are
Where?
your
dreams lie? Yeah,
goals?
Yeah.
exactly. Where do you
Yeah.
see me? Because
Yeah.
that is something I told AC as well.
Right.
Where do you see Aero fit in that
Mm-hmm.
picture? But also where do you see me as owner fit in that picture as well? Because
Right.
a lot, like AC said, a lot of owners are like, I'm an owner, you have to respect me, and that's it. Look, for some people it works out. That's fine. If you ask me, I'm more of a guy that likes to um, earn his
Set it straight.
yeah, set it straight, but also earn his respect. Like I reach out to our members multiple times in a month, or sometimes once a month. Like, okay, look, another month has passed by. What? How do you think that this month went with the team? What? Yeah, you guys have seen it
Right.
before. I have
Right.
asked
Right.
multiple questions also about asking members about other members, like who do you think has worked the hardest? I feel like a lot of team owners forget, like, it's okay, you are an owner, and once the team is established, multiple owners lay back a bit. That is totally fine because if you have put in a shitload of work in the beginning, then you earned it. But
Yep.
I
Right.
feel like where a lot of teams miss out on, or owners or management miss out on, is building that type of mutual respect. Just because
Yeah.
you have a
Mutual understanding.
yeah, because just because you have a title doesn't mean that
Right.
if you ask someone to do it, that they actually gonna do it just because you
Right.
ask it. If they don't respect you, they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do it for you.
Sorry to interrupt, but there's a way, like I'm saying with the advice, there's a way to set boundaries without making it feel like a boundary. You know what I mean? It's just mutual. Like for me, even with you, like when we talked and we came in the DMs about it, is I reached out and I told you, hey, this is what I'm doing right now. This is what I'm working towards. Here's what I have. If you need anything else, let me know and let's get to a conversation about it. It wasn't like, and let me see what your answer will be for me joining the team. It was, let's have a conversation about it.
Exactly,
But
and
my thing is communication is key. Like you learn the most through
Yep.
communicating, and that's what most orgs need to do is just be straight up with people. It doesn't matter what situation it is. It's called communication, man. You have to. No one's gonna be angry. Like let's be real now. Let's be real. Let's say in a situation, let's say for a shitty situation, funeral, right? Your family member has cancer. If a doctor tells you straight off the rip when they find out, hey, your aunt has cancer, this is gonna happen, you're gonna feel shitty about it, but you're gonna understand and be happy that he told you as soon as he could.
true.
But let's say like it's the last month coming out and you already knew, but you weren't totally sure because the doctors weren't telling you, and then they tell you 3 weeks before terminal, whatever, like before it gets worse, they're like, hey, we found this out earlier. We thought we could fix it, but it's a problem that we couldn't fix. And think that in any situation, you feel so much worse about that because there was nothing you could have done about it. there's no understanding of, hey, let's both work on something, rather than, hey, you tried your best, but why couldn't I try mine? See what I'm saying?
Yep.
Why couldn't we try each
Yeah.
other's? See what I'm
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, and I totally agree with
saying?
that one. So yeah, which does remind me because you are in the esports scene as well. Extract. I don't know if you are still here since I don't see your face. I know you are gaming in the meantime.
I'm just looking in.
And that brings up
But
bringing up
well,
extract, man.
I'm not gonna let this motherfucker in the start of the podcast. Or before we were starting, we were preparing and just getting everything ready. And maybe in the begin, this motherfucker was playing Minecraft.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
always, man. He's always on Minecraft.
I'm,
In the
I'm
fucking.
playing. I'm playing the forest now.
See what I
I'm
mean?
just. I'm building. I'm
This
building a
guy.
cabin. I'm getting logs.
So no, but now we are on the topic of owning teams and and giving advice to teams. You guys all must have seen it like
Mhm.
10 times that the team ends and it comes back.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It ends,
Oh yeah,
comes
definitely.
back. It ends,
yeah,
it comes back, and it's not a bad thing.
yeah.
Like for
It's
example,
not a bad thing unless you obey supremacy. That's
good point. Good
if
point.
you
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's
if you obey supremacy, then yeah, it's a fucking bad thing, man.
yeah okay.
Let's say there's
No, but
for advice. There's a time to know when to pack it up and either
yes
build up to
and
work
no.
for it, or
Mm,
Yes and no.
being able
Like
to go, hey, I'm good for now.
true, but look,
yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with ending, coming back, ending, coming back, ending, coming back, and
Right,
that 10 times again. Like
right, right.
that's fine, but stop wasting people's time. And
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean with that is like, if you have a well-established brand and it ended, and you want to bring it back, but don't do the same shit again.
that's
What
what
you
I'm saying
did
exactly.
before when you ended.
Yeah, bring it back 100 times more. Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
you bring it back for 6 months, a year,
yeah.
it ends again. And what statement do we get every time? We see
The
no
org's not caring for their
we see
community.
no future coming. We
Yeah,
don't see progress in our growth. No shit, you do the same shit you did before
yeah.
you
There's
ended.
no push.
And
There's no push.
literally, they end. Let's say Call of Duty teams. I see it the
Mhm,
most times with Call of Duty teams
Yep.
or Fortnite teams.
mhm.
All they do is make montages. It's fine because some teams know how to survive on that, but those motherfuckers did not end. They kept going throughout the years, even through the struggles, ups, downs, they kept going. But then you have these motherfucking teams. They do Call of Duty montages. They end a fucking team, they come back, pick up a shitload of people, put
Yep.
out 4 or 5 montages, maybe a team touch in it if you're lucky. Within 6 to 12 months, they end again. You wasted a shitload of people's time. Then you come back again. You do it over again. You know?
Waste of time again.
And then
Yeah.
you do that 8 times again. That is a problem. If you bring back a team, try something different. Don't do the same shit that you did when you fucking ended. Like, how do you expect to survive in something that you have died in 5 times?
Yeah.
You cannot survive in a community if you ended 6 times in that same community. That
You,
is
you you can't expect progression if you do the same shit over and over. You know what I
Yeah.
exactly.
mean? You have to do trial and error, and that's what orgs need to understand. That's another thing with advice. We can keep going on days and days and just
Oh,
getting
definitely,
conversations and bringing
because,
out
Yeah.
topics every
bro,
situation. But that's the
that
thing,
is
man. It's like
something that we literally discussed earlier. I have owning my own team for almost eight
right,
years. Yeah, if someone can talk about trials and tribulations, it's fucking me because we did take breaks, but we never fully ended. Future knows this as well. We started as a Call of Duty team. Went pretty well in the beginning because it was still early 2015, 16 when Call of Duty still
Yeah.
was a decent thing to do.
Call of Duty was still popping.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
at one
Back when
point,
Call of Duty.
yeah, exactly. But at one point we noticed like it's not working for us anymore, so we took a break because we were not sure about if we should continue or in what we should transition. So we took a break. We decided, okay, Call of Duty, it's not gonna work. let's try this and this. So we switched up our content to, I don't know what it was. I think it
Fortnite.
was Fortnite probably. Yeah, exactly. It was Fortnite. Turned out pretty well in the beginning, slowed down later. So we went back to Call of Duty with my dumbass. My dumbass went back to Call of Duty, a community that did not work out for us. But it was the
Yeah.
first time for us coming back to a Call of Duty scene. We tried,
Right.
well, the first 2 years again, 1.5 year, went pretty well. And guess what? Just like all those teams, it started again. We had team
Yeah.
drama, views went down, people were leaving, joining, a shitload of.
Team drama is such a
Man,
such a shit show.
yeah.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like,
So, and so that was at one point that we took a pretty decent long break. I know that because I was on the verge of saying, okay, this team is gonna end because I didn't want to waste my time. But most importantly, for me, I don't waste my time personally. I see everything as a learning experience, especially
right.
in those 8 years of owning a team. Because yeah, it's just like a company. You become a management. That I'm an owner, and Future knows this as well. Now we have pretty much have a small roster, but there used to be times
Yep.
where we had a small leading and management team of like 6 people, and we had like 80, 90, 100 people under our team.
Yeah.
If you do the math and 6 people have to manage that many people, that comes down to like 20 people, something like that for each person, So I have
That
learned a
does a
lot.
lot of watching what people are doing, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I have learned from that, but I didn't. So for me, it was not time wasting. But I knew if I'm gonna continue this and it's gonna fail again, I'm wasting future his time. I'm wasting other people their time. In a project I know that would fail.
Right. Right. Right.
So we took like, I don't know how long it was, maybe 5, 6, 7 months break or something to figure out what are we gonna do. So me personally, I was literally looking at other teams, big teams, small teams, medium teams. What are these guys doing that,
You
or
weren't.
yeah, or what are those teams not doing that we can do?
Right.
And that is basically when we transformed from a Call of Duty Fortnite team to picking up competitive players, picking up streamers, content creators. We had TikTokers at one point, we had YouTubers at one point, people that they did vlogs. Um, you name it, we most likely had it till this day. We still work with music artists, by the way. We are one of the
Yeah.
few teams that are this small that literally have the rights to use music from artists that are signed to a label.
Yeah.
So we are also one of those in such a big pool of teams. We are that one small portion that literally also don't have to worry about copyright strikes if we did want to.
Yeah.
I can just message this fucking music artist. I have like 5 in my phone that I can be like, yo, we need music for a team touch or for our streamers to use, and they just send me a shitload of unreleased music that's in their vault, music that they didn't want to bring out or
Yeah.
that they have brought out. We can use it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the part of about being an owner is making those connections.
yeah.
Right. It's so like
But
it's
basically,
Like making the relationship, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
we did transform into a team or into something that was more sustainable for us, was easier to deal with, and something that barely not many people did. I mean, a lot of teams had streamers, content creators, but they were not really their main priorities. The main
yeah,
priorities were eSports players or, those type of people. And we did it different. We were uploading stream highlights or other type of content with streamers, content creators, just to switch it up. It did well for us at one point, but at some point all those bigger teams start doing that as well. So at that point we didn't make much sense anymore for us. We
right.
still do it to this day because it's more sustainable for us. It's easier to deal with as well, and like we discussed earlier in the podcast as well. Aero was built to be a team, to be a step up stone, you know,
Yeah.
and we have been able to make that work. So yeah, I think other teams that have ended 10 times as well should have do that as well, you know. But
Hmm.
that's just my thing.
Right. I agree.
Try to
I got
do
you.
like trial and error. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And that was like with me talking about like the teams and like having a relationship and all that. Like even like when I left Aero, it wasn't like, oh, I'm against y'all. We've got problems. Blah blah blah. This yada yada yada. It was, hey, I see something working out for me that's given me a bit of a opportunistic chance
hmm,
that I would like to pursue. It's not that, hey, I'll never come back again, or hey, we're not friends or anything like that. Hey, we're strangers now. It's like, hey man, I'm just trying something different. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
true.
and then when we communicated that, you were like, hey, do what you have to do. I want to. I'm looking out for you, but if this is something that's working out for you, I want you to do it.
Yeah, on that note, I do have to say, like, I know that at sometimes at that moment it comes over like I'm salty or
Right.
anything, but it's
No,
just
no, no.
I'm just a guy. Like at that point, like I said, like we said in this podcast before as well, I give about my people in my team. If you leave the
Yeah,
team, I still care about you, but no
yeah.
longer as a priority, you know.
Right, right. Of
And
course.
of course, I still said like, hey, do what you gotta do because I'm an opportunist as well. You know, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
tell you like even if I think it's a bad idea. For example, I'm not gonna tell you like,
Right,
hey, bro,
right,
this a use your brain cells for once and don't
right,
do
right,
that. I'm just
right,
be like, bro, we all need to learn. We all need to figure it out. If you think that's the best for you, chase it.
right,
Don't give me
right,
reasons or how or what. Just go,
right.
do it. Do what you have to
Yeah,
do. If you think that's best for you, do it. And
right.
on that note, I also have to say, like, if you ask most people in the team as well, like, is Royo more of a owner or a friend? A lot of people gonna tell you like it doesn't feel like he is a team owner. It feels more
Yeah,
like he is a friend of mine instead of someone that's bossing me around. Like
right,
I can be bossy, but Future
right,
knows as well. I build friendships instead of
right,
business.
right.
So
Mm.
I go to Future as well. Like yo, this and this needs to be done, but let's figure it out how we gonna do it. You know,
Mm.
like I'm still expecting him to do stuff as well, but
Right.
I still treat him as a friend, not as
Yeah.
one of my random managements that I just can replace whenever I feel like because this man has been with me for years. I cannot easily replace him. Yes, there may be 20 people that want to have his spot, but I'm not gonna get this guy. And that's a very big difference in my opinion. And I feel like a lot of teams miss that as well. But
Oh yeah, they definitely do.
your mic doesn't work.
Your mic is
Fucked up.
your mic is making you sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Can't
AC the
hear
chipmunk.
you.
Nope.
Can't hear you.
Although I do like him more like this. Quiet.
Oh my gosh. How about now? How about
Yeah,
now?
okay, now we hear you.
You're
We
fine
good?
now.
So,
Okay.
Extract, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm vibing, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I just have to ask because you are gaming as well, and I know gamers can get lost in that shit.
Nah,
So,
bro, that's important as, man.
true. So, is your team in any esports at the moment?
At the moment, no. We're trying to just fix all the things that went wrong. That's what we're focusing on.
Okay. Are you guys planning on going into an esports, or are you guys just
Personally, I'm wanting to get back involved into Valorant, Apex, not COD. COD is dog shit, and potentially Rocket League.
bro? We have
But
been able to enter every esports besides Valorant, and it's triggering me so fucking much that is the
I feel like
one
Valorant.
esports that we have not entered,
I feel like Valorant's
Yeah.
worth it, but it's like not at the same time. You know what I mean?
bro.
It's like a 50-50. It's like a coin toss.
Bro, That
we've
is some.
got connections and we've got a potential roster ready to get selected and ready to join us, but we're just not ready to make that commitment just yet.
And a
So
lot of
we're
rosters are looking for.
so the second that we all agree like it's time to come back, that we've got a roster already lined up for Valorant, but it's just a waiting game.
I'm just saying. I'm gold ranked. If you need me, hit me up.
I think I'm like bronze, maybe silver.
Shit.
We've got all plats ready to go, and then
Yeah.
we've got a substitute team ready to go as well.
I'm just gonna say this: if we ever gonna enter the same esports, we're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, well, look at the connections you guys have now. Now you guys have easy scrims scheduled.
Exactly.
So I'm saying.
But the
So
difference is,
The last time a team said to us that they would whip our ass, we 5-3 them on Warzone.
yeah,
Then
but
we get blocked on every social after that.
yes, but here is the difference. We have a team motto, and that is Aero does it better. So, no.
says I win
Okay,
with the motto.
no, but that does. What is your guys' thoughts about the esports scene in overall now? Because we have seen a shitload of major teams have major
Uh,
layoffs, and
I'll
um,
say
just like if, I think last week CLG. Thank you. CLG just sold their League of Legends roster to Energy, and then you have 100 Thieves laying off a shitload of stuff, and others. TSM is in trouble. I think is thinking about leaving esports.
about the TSM. I think they're leaving like 2 games. They're sticking with Apex. I know they're sticking with. I know they're sticking with. What is it? I'm trying to think. Valorant.
Oh
And
no, I didn't know
I
that
think
though.
Esports is a
they're
really
for
different
sure.
thing though.
But
Like esports is kind of it's profitable, but at the same time it's not.
it's
So
a sense of the game needs to fund itself to be able to be profitable in the sense of
pretty much,
the
yeah.
game has to want to give some money out. Oh, if the game doesn't want to, esports scene's gonna get fucked because Apex is at that point where, well,
The
Apex is
esports
still
scene
steady
is
right now.
already
We
fucked.
have Apex is steady right now because we just got some people called the Realm and they're partnered with EA.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have the rights to do stuff and whatnot, make their own tracking system, elo system and whatnot for custom matches. And they gave them the software to be able to do so, or the coding or whatever. Um, but they're being actually funded as well by them, so they're able to actually fund out more and take out more opportunities of teams that didn't have a chance to be shown. So they're able to do that now. Uh, so Apex is kind of looking up, but there's a lot of things that are like slanted. Like Siege is looking good right now. Apex is looking good right now. Valorant's looking okay.
Man,
I think it's still pretty good because it's just still popular right now.
man, I'm just gonna smash the windows in. I'm gonna be honest. I think esports at this moment, I have said it years ago, and a shitload of teams just recently started picking it up now. I made a tweet about it because when I spoke out about it that esports is gonna collapse one day or like it's not profitable and shit, a shitload of people clowned me for that or were hating on me for that, and look at them now. Their favorite teams are dipping certain esports or saying it's not profitable and shit, and I'm
I
not
don't think
gonna
that so
lie.
much means the esports scene is going down. I just think
No,
that those games are going
I
down.
think it's just certain games
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
mostly.
and no, because if you look at League of Legends, everybody says League of Legends is in a terrible spot. Well, it depends which region you look at. That's true, but
You,
I'm
you could say
gonna
that.
be honest. You know what ruins most esports, aside from the viewerships? The fucking salaries that the players are getting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why
Like,
that leads back to the
listen
game
to
wanting
this. You
to fund
know
itself.
that a shitload of teams pay salaries like a minimum of 5k for most esports players.
Mm.
A minimum of 5k a month each player. Then you have staff, prize winnings. The most organizations still after the salaries, even big teams, only take 10% of the winnings. No shit, it's not profitable. If you pay motherfuckers a salary, and you give them 90%
Yeah.
of the fucking earnings. I'm gonna be
Look
maybe
at the
maybe I have it wrong or maybe it's just my take. I do
look.
think like if you have a salary, then you either don't get the prize winnings because you already get paid, and that is one way of the team to finally make money, or you basically just do something ridiculous like Twitch does, and you give the players like 30% of the winnings. They distribute
Right,
that over each other, and and the coach or manager or whatsoever that is
right.
involved with that team of winning, and the organization takes 70%. I literally gonna be honest. I think that the reason that most esports are failing right now and at the moment, and that the teams are failing in it, is because of the poor management that those teams have been doing. Because, like I said, with the prize pool and stuff, and also some players get ridiculous salaries. Like, I'm all in. I think some deserve it, to be honest, because some people are amazing and shit, but I think the salaries and everything is not fair compared to the overall state of an esports game or title.
I agree. I would say with that you're right in some points on that, but look at every other point you're making. It all goes back to the major point of the game and the brand themselves not wanting to fund out tourneys themselves, so orgs are actually able to put that money towards the players. You see what I'm saying? Like a
Yes,
lot
true,
of
but
games are getting funded by the orgs. That's the thing with the orgs now. The orgs are
yes,
funding it
but
all together.
yes, but that is not a reason. That is not with, for example, Valorant, because Valorant have those skin bundles, and the prize pool,
Right, right, right.
and the
No, I
prize
agree.
pool of the money is based off the community plus
I agree.
plus Riot puts in the own events and money for Valorant
Yeah.
and for League of Legends,
Yeah, I agree.
and
But
they
I'm saying you're
still
not looking at every other game, though. I'm saying in those senses, a
no
good
I
amount of games have it correctly. But I'm
yes
saying like
but
Apex, for example, the reason that not TSM, the reason that Guard dropped out for a little bit, that 100 Thieves almost dropped out, that NRG almost dropped out, all because Respawn and EA for their tourneys are making them pay or making the orgs pay a way more. I'm not saying that management's great. I'm not saying that at all. Management is also tied into that, but you have to look at the big problem and go, hey, what is this doing? What problem is this? What is that leading to? And how many other problems does it lead to? You know what
true,
I mean?
but if you also think about it, esports did start because of the community wanting it to be there.
Yeah,
So I do not
totally agree.
feel like, okay, like for example, you have Call of Duty. I think that when they first franchised it, they did not allow third parties anymore to host Call of Duty tournaments. And
I agree.
one thing
I
in
think third
me,
party hosts are a big part of esports.
yes, I still think that the most profitable things in esports are going to be the third parties. Like
Look at
like
Overwatch
it
when they were in their
sounds
prime.
stupid as fuck, but literally when we picked up you, Ghost, and
Mhm. Swift.
someone, yeah, Swift, um, we told you guys we cannot pay salary,
Yeah.
but we did say like, okay, we're gonna pay the entry fee, and
Right.
I personally wanted what I told you. If you guys win, just give me the entry fee, and we straight. If you guys want to
Right.
give us extra to build on or whatsoever, that's up to you
Right.
guys. But you feel me? And I feel like that. Yes, some publisher do destroy their own esports
Yeah.
titles by saying third parties can no longer do it. But I
Right.
also still gonna be. This is also mainly the fault of esports teams, of course, because they go to that one of the like of Riot Games or Blizzard, their Call of Duty events and stuff. And yeah, fuck man.
Uh, I mean, yeah, you're right. I would say I agree with that. I also would say like fuck, I'm trying to think of what it was. I'm probably fucking lost it now, honestly. Uh Fuck, man. I lost it. It's all good. I lost
It's
it.
okay.
I've hit the cart too much, man. I lost it.
That's fine.
You'll
But
probably get it back when we're probably on a different topic.
Watch me
yeah,
next week. Watch me next week out of nowhere at work, like 3 hours shift in. I'm gonna be like, blah blah blah. Like out of nowhere, I'm just gonna scream that shit in the store, and then someone's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" And then I'm just gonna
That
find
dude's
out, and I'm
on
gonna
crack.
board it. That dude's on fucking PCP.
yeah, no. So yeah, I just wanted to know you guys what your guys' thoughts was about that. But the way
And I was
AC
oh,
says it, it does make sense. But
I found out. I remembered Overwatch. Overwatch was doing really fucking good at their prime state of like their first 3 years. The first 2 years were their best on the build up with at least the pro scene because they had contenders, they had they had Overwatch League, and then they had Overwatch League sub tourneys that were like fun little mini games that Overwatch community would make, and then they would allow a bunch of other people with their funding to make tourneys for them.
and
So like right there, Overwatch was doing great and everything. That's when esports started picking up again, and then all these contracts and fucking bullshit about
Hmm.
the companies
The
just wanting money
contract.
from there, free to pay shit, and then fucking people on contracts. Like FaZe was fucking people on contracts. Like so that's like the
Yeah,
depths
they.
that I
true,
know. Like FaZe was
but
fucking them.
true. But I'm just gonna. But even FaZe turned out not to be profitable at all.
Hey, they're learning. It seems like
But
they're learning a little bit
I'm
now.
gonna be honest. If the esports scene wants to be fixed, I'm gonna be looking at every major esports team
Hey,
and management. Like, you guys need to fix those fucking salaries or percentage of the winnings because something doesn't make up. Because it is, in my opinion, they also do way too less with players to even make some type of relationship with people for it, that makes
I
them
agree.
interested
The favorites.
in watching esports. But I'm like I said before, I'm just being honest. I really think that those major teams just need to look back at the contracts. Like, do we pay our players too much or do we give them too much prize winnings? Because I mean, yes, it's a good idea to have them on salary and give them prize winnings, but not in a scene where you literally have full roster switches every season.
You know what this all goes back to? What this all ties back into?
No,
What we were talking about earlier in the podcast, my advice I was giving about 50-50. It's 50-50. Be profitable. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in any situation you look at it, be 50-50. Whether that's mutual understandings and conversation, or whether that's setting it straight with them and having respect with each other, whether that's money, whether there's, like a turning going on 50-50, man. Let it go on. Why is it, why do we have to, like, as a player, even, why do I have the right to get an ego and entitlement that I should earn more when I joined this team to be able to perform in these tourneys
Yeah.
and they're pushing me to do so. It's like that's like getting served a bunch of food and not tipping the server. You know what I mean? Like shit, they didn't make the food, but they brought me my drinks and they brought me to it. See what I'm
good
saying?
point. Good point.
If there was only a chef and me, I wouldn't be getting my food, man. The org and the esports or the team or whatever is the middleman, dude. You can look at that in any situation, man. They're the middleman. They're the bridge over the water so you can get to the next location. They're the hand holder across the street when you're 3 years old, trying not to get hit by a bus. You know, they're the middleman. That's what you need to look at. And if you don't look at it that way, a lot of it will fail. And I think that's what with people pulling out, like that's what I'm saying with TSM staying and everything else. Like a lot of the major teams staying because they have the funding. They're starting to realize that, especially with the FaZe drama going on. They don't want to turn out like them because they're seeing what
Bro,
people are reacting to.
that
Phases.
Listen.
face drama,
Hey,
bro.
publicity is publicity, and
I'm
people
not
see
gonna
it. You see
lie.
what I'm saying?
The face
So orgs
drama
see it as
caught
well.
me by. It did not cut me
Phase
by
is something
surprise,
else.
but the face drama, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I really thought that face Rain was on drugs again. I'm not gonna lie. But when I
I did
saw
too for a second, but then everybody else going on with it.
the moment Tico made
Yeah,
that
yeah,
video,
straight up. Yeah.
I was like, okay, bro. This is
Yeah,
real.
because
And
they
I've
know what's up.
always-
They know
I've always
they've been in
decently
long
liked
enough.
Blaze
This is real.
too.
The moment Tico
I've-
made that video, I was like, okay, something is
I've al-
going on. And
I've
that,
always
and the
decently liked
moment,
Blaze.
and the moment when Tico said, Rain is not on drugs, Rain is the only one that has balls and speaking up, I was like,
Rain has been real since day one.
holy shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. On top of that, I think Blaziken has been too, because like if you think about like all the beginning of the years of COD in that house that they did, like the zombies,
Mhm.
Black Ops 3
The
coming
best,
out, Black
the
Ops 2
best
Trick
time
spotting,
FaZe has
the
ever
prime for FaZe, that brick house in New York or whatever it
been.
was,
Yep,
that
the
fucking
FaZe house.
area, dude, the first FaZe house I think it was with Blaziken,
Yep.
Adept,
Apex,
Rain,
Rain,
Nord,
Banks,
Tico, Bank, yeah. So
and Temper.
yeah, so when they did that, and Blaziken was given a lot of fucking exposure for them during that time. That was his peak as well. A lot of the channel creators were their peak.
Oh yeah,
right there.
definitely.
So they were all pushing.
Because
So,
they
like,
wanted
when I
that
saw-
content out.
Yeah, when I saw Blaziken talk out about it after watching the Tico video and reacting to it, I think that was the last video I saw and I was updated about was when Blaziken started talking about it and seeing how he was still getting fucked even when he was on his peak and while FaZe was on their peak, he was still getting fucked because he got moved. He wasn't able to join the next FaZe house. They didn't involve him just like Tico, but he was like pushed out way more than Tico. You see what I'm saying? And he was one of the prime, like, I wouldn't say like, I'd say exposure for them. He was one of those, and that's what
Yeah,
I
he
saw.
was doing
Like
a whole bunch of
it was Rain,
bunch of
and
stuff.
then Tico, and then you hear Blaze say something about it, and you're like, okay, there's some correlation.
Then
to
you
this.
know
Like,
it's
yeah,
you know it's going down.
because Blaze was having a great time. He's not gonna talk shit over something that's not true. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
the videos, he seems
Yeah.
like you see everything like content wise. He seems like he's in a good spot, but everything behind the scenes, he's like, yeah, this was.
No,
You know what I mean?
never
Like,
really paid much attention.
Well, of course,
to
everything
what,
behind the
like,
scenes is basically kept secret until someone exposes that.
Yeah. And everybody looking at Rain. Well, and you can say that with any situation. A lot of people, when someone finally calls out something, like everybody's like, "You're weird," and then everybody else says it. Like everybody, people need to learn to just take in what people say rather than point a finger right off the rip, and actually do research. People need to do more research. Look at you, motherfucker.
The different
watching this
point of
video.
views from
Do
people.
your research, man. Don't just listen to the internet.
Man, but I'm not gonna lie, I was
Listen to different point of views.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
fucked
Communication.
up really big. You would have thought that they would have learned the lesson after the FaZe Tifu stuff.
Oh yeah, the 80-20% shit.
That's fucked. And Tifu was doing numbers
But
for them.
bro, you would,
Tifu was a great exposure for them then.
Fortnite
but you
pushed
would
them
have
so hard.
you would have thought that after that situation that they will be done with the major fuckery, and then just
No.
to find out that they fucked over like the core people that made that brand.
Yeah. Snoop
Yeah,
Dogg,
the core
Lil
people,
Yachty.
What?
You know,
Like,
they were the founders of that team. Let's be real. Snoop Dogg and Lil Yachty, dude, they were OG throwing trick shots and fucking YY
Man,
blinkers, man. They were
I'm
going
gonna
crazy,
be
man.
honest, if Snoop Dogg did not make that picture with the face chan, it would face cam would be nothing.
Facts, dude, at this day and age, they didn't fix their shit, man.
Yeah,
it's all the business behind it, dude. Whenever they started doing the
No,
business,
Future,
it
this is what
just,
it is.
yeah, I know.
Let
Ever since
me-
they started the business, they just wanted the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked
As
up.
soon as FaZe was looked at as an LLC and not a organization,
Hmm
they're like stocks.
Stonks.
Didn't they become like a profitable? Or
No, they did. They went for a solid 8 months and then went.
yeah, because then they started having drama, dude. It's
Yeah, they
just,
started fucking up.
Yeah, man, it's
and they still haven't
Their
learned
stocks
except
became
for
public, and then everybody realized that maybe they should talk about it.
it's
It's like I
fucked
can't
up,
keep
bro.
it behind secrets now. I can't keep it behind curtains now.
Man,
Fuck it.
and I always said it before. Having investors in your team, it's nice to have someone throw money at your team, but man, it's better to be self-funded than
Yeah. Money from someone else
because
means a leash on
it
your
can
neck.
get out of hand and stuff like that.
Either you're sat on that tree chain sitting outside all day, or you're getting walked like a little puppy, man. You're making the big boy money, not
Wait,
yourself.
I'm
Yeah.
getting cold. Hold on.
Basically alone at that point, you know what I mean? Like that's really all it is, and that's fucked. Like if you're really about something, throw the money, not expecting shit. Like, and that's to say, like if you're gonna throw money, expecting something, don't throw the money. Don't throw the money
Yeah.
to them. Don't even fucking do it because you know damn well what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know you're looking out to get some more money in the end. You're like, here, I'm gonna throw you 50% here, and I want 80% in the next 3 years. It's like, dude, that's fucked.
Yeah.
Makes 25,000 what, like 65 at least? Like, come on now. Like,
Probably. Yeah.
that's fucked, man. I'm not very good at mental math, but that's fucked.
Yeah. Neither am I.
How have you been, Extract?
Yeah. He's just been listening, dude.
I'm
Yeah,
just
man, you've been
listening,
chilling.
bro. I'm just chilling.
And even to talk to like Extract, like I joined Vertical for a little bit, and I it's a good org.
You
It feels like
get
family
the
too.
worst time. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't have done us at the worst fucking time, man.
It wasn't, and even that didn't like discourage me because I saw intentions. Like that's the thing. Like as long as the intentions are found out, you're gonna do well as long as you keep those intentions true. You know what I mean? And like, and I when I left, I didn't want to leave, but I see where like it goes back to what Royal was saying was I didn't want to waste time, nor mine or nor yours, for being a part of something that I couldn't put time for. You know what I mean? And that was like a lot of it. So sorry to dip so quick, but
You're
I
more than
still
welcome to
fuck
come
with
back.
y'all. I know, and that's the thing. Like, I'm sure I will as an aimer because I want to get better at learning aim theory and stuff like that. So I'm sure I will. But
Well, a little bit
just
of
the
an input
situation.
on that. I'm trying to get the fuck away from aiming, bro. We get fucked in the arse in the aiming scene. We can't stay in there, man.
Hey man, they apologized.
Bro, did you see the apology?
Yeah. Why
Bro,
was the apology so late though, man? Why?
because
You know what I
we
mean?
decided, fuck this shit, we're gonna make this fucking work. Because they gave us an apology in DMs, and I'm just like, you know what? That just doesn't feel good, man. I want this fucking shit public. I want
Yeah.
everyone to know. I want everyone to know I'm gonna make your ass shameless, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make you feel the pain right now.
Right, yeah, like that was
So
fun. And like
then
even so, like when I joined it wasn't like oh, this is a problem, you know what I mean? It was just like a nuisance, really. It was like inconvenient.
we're planning on doing a reaction video soon. Just literally trolling the trolls.
Yeah.
We're planning on taking the fucking piss. We got what we wanted and we got the public apology. So their reputation kind of get put down a little bit. But a small aiming team took down a large aiming team. That's something special right there, man.
Yeah.
That's something not everyone can do.
Yo, I just realized. Have you guys heard that Valkyrie was robbed?
Yeah.
A
I
what?
saw the tweet. Valkyrie was robbed.
She was robbed.
Yeah, and some security guard found her passport on the middle of the highway.
He just took a picture.
Yeah, just took a random picture of it and sent it to her management. Like, hey, I got your passport.
Hey guys, I found it, but I'm just gonna leave it here on the street.
Fucking savage.
She got a Lamborghini stolen.
Man, that's fucked
Yeah,
up.
dude.
Imagine just driving around in your Lambo and just going to the store, get robbed, and the motherfucker also takes your fucking Lambo. Man.
And it was in the Philippines. Oh no, maybe. Okay, never mind.
I would be so mad as fuck if you robbed me, okay. But man, just leave my car behind, man. I worked for that shit.
Hey man, at least he dropped the passport out the window so she could be identified.
Well, she was able to still go on vacation, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the good thing.
I mean, we all need a vacation after we get robbed. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Just imagine being that person walking around that road and seeing it, and you're like, Huh. Isn't
A
that
passport.
the Twitch streamer I gifted a sub to about?
How
a
would you
week
even
ago?
know without even opening it up? Because it was closed in the
You'd
picture.
have to open it up for sure. So you definitely check. Yeah. So I was Valkyrie and it was like, oh, money, exposure, publicity. Yeah, it is.
So,
Dude.
yeah,
I bought God of War yesterday.
what about it?
So thinking about doing some content creation with that.
With what?
God of War 4.
Oh, God of War. I
Yeah.
love the God of War series, man. I love watching it.
Yeah.
Man,
I got it on the PC and it runs perfect, so.
do you guys have somewhat... This motherfucker has his mic muted, I just realized.
He's probably drinking Rockstar, man, and fucking begging
you
on
do-
Twitter for a fucking collab.
AC, if you do God of War vids, link me the fucking
I got you, bro.
link me it.
So, extract.
Yo, I'm making food, bro. What's up?
Okay,
Man is
fair enough.
begging
I'm the
Rockstar.
man.
No.
I get shit done loading a podcast.
I have a question for you as a team owner.
Right, what's good, bro?
So, if someone is looking to join your team as a streamer or content creator, what is something that you look for, or what is some advice that you can give someone?
Build your brand before you start looking for a team. Nobody's going to look at you if you don't have your own community and you don't focus on your own brand. Focus on what you want, what you are.
I would say no entitlement. That's a big one. Like, don't feel like on top of what he said in the first place. Like, build your brand. Like, build a resume. Don't just like, for example, if I came to you and I was like, "Hey, I want to join the team," and I was like, "Hey, I want to join the team," and you're like, "Okay, tell me about yourself." I was like, I'm just a guy. I just started streaming. Please, can I join the team?" You're gonna be like, "Fuck no, man. Get the fuck out of here."
You can't expect the team to be your brand. You have to have your own. You have to have your own brand, your own
It's a bit of a
community.
platform. You have to have a stable foundation at least.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Having a foundation. That's the word, foundation.
So if you've got a brand with for yourself, then we'll consider bringing you on to actually represent our brand. But if you don't have a brand for yourself, then what's the point?
You have to have a brand to represent another brand.
You've got, you've got nothing to show for your hard work and dedication.
I agree and disagree. Like,
my man's always disagreeing and agreeing, man. Make up your fucking mind, Royal. Make up your mind,
no, I don't
man.
make up my mind because if you look at Aero, like this man says, yeah, well, he is looking for an advice for have your own community built and your own brand and stuff, because else people won't look at you. But that's not the case when it comes to Aero. We still look at everyone. Like, we literally even helped people make their own brand.
I wouldn't say necessarily. I think he's meaning in the sense of like have proof of a drive. You know what I'm saying? Like have proof of dedication towards like actually working towards what you.
Anyone can click the go live button. You have to what are you offering when you go live.
Right.
Good.
Like, I'm not trying to sit watch a boring ass streamer, man.
No, okay,
Right, I'm gonna watch him. We're saying like
Anything.
we're still gonna look into him, but there's more of a chance that like you're not going to be looked at when it comes to other teams because you don't have a personality per se or a character that they want to have under their brand. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
The drive.
If you would look for a top, let's say if you want to apply for 100 teams and you don't have your own brand established, then it's
right.
That's the thing. If you're going to pick up a streamer, that means we are promoting that streamer and as a stepping stone into larger orgs in the community.
Right.
The larger orgs are going to be looking at this person, and if they're not that good of a streamer, not that entertaining, they don't have the brand, the community, nobody else is going to look at them.
It's an advancement in a way. You know what I mean?
So the more advanced brand, the more networking, all that shit that you do for yourself, the more chance you're going to get into orgs like NorCal or fucking I don't even know any
and,
other good org.
that's overall advice though, because
to
like
be honest,
in
that is true. That is true.
in your case, for you, yes, Aero, you're gonna look at them and even might take them in more than likely because you want to help them succeed and progress. But this is overall like most orgs don't think that way, and it's shitty to say that, but most of them don't.
No, that
So
is true.
Yeah.
Most
advice
teams,
to the
Yeah,
for the
most
most
teams
orgs
are
want
generalization of
their
looking
people,
for
example.
someone that's already more
the
established.
generalization of the majority of organizations are going to think, hey, you got
You
to
don't
have
have
at
the
least
community.
1,000 followers, of 30 average viewers on stream if you stream, or blah 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 blah. And that's fine. There's fine to have boundaries and requirements, but that's what
Man,
I'm saying. Like for overall, that's what there's
I'm
a generalization of an
It's
average.
probably
Like
it's usually just like high. It's just high
it's like
for what
one
someone
social
has,
has to be like good. Like one's got to be like focused on, and then the other ones can be like mismatched. Like for example, TikTok can have like
like side.
5K to 10K, and then your Twitch could be like 400 followers, or YouTube could be like 50 subs, but they'll still look at you because you have that number somewhere. There's a push. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they
yeah,
only look
that's
at
true.
numbers.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
We don't
that
really
is
care
true.
about followers. It's more affiliate on Twitch. If it's a Twitch streamer we're
yeah,
looking at, it's
yeah.
more of an affiliate.
Exactly. Yeah,
That way they've got some sort of community. They've at least got 3
right.
people in their community. It's a
Yeah,
community, it doesn't matter the size.
and for
That could
YouTube,
triple overnight.
sorry to cut you off. And for YouTube, it's more like how often are you pushing out content? What is your what is your community like? Are you getting good exposure? Are you getting good
Feedback.
engagement? You know what I mean? Like, are you getting pushed up more? Is there an exponential growth rather than just a slant? You know what I'm
True.
saying?
Is there someone
That's
sharing
very.
your links
Yeah.
That is very
everywhere?
true. Yeah. My yeah. The thing is that my thing only works. That's true for small teams and stuff. That's very true.
Yeah.
More established teams that actually have a lot going for themselves.
Because not everyone's gonna be everyone. Let's be real. Everybody when they first wanted to join the team was like, "I'm gonna join NRG." You know what I mean? I'm gonna join this. But then like you
Man,
realize and you mature and you're
I'm
like,
not
I gotta
gonna
work.
lie. I feel so bad for people that just join the community and be like, I'm gonna join Energy or 100 Thieves. Like they're gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
so disappointed.
I know, but we all thought that for a second.
I
But we
mean, they
all
don't
there's people
realize
that
the
don't
amount.
realize.
No,
Yeah.
bro. I'm not gonna lie. When I first joined the community, I actually joined one of the teams that I was actually hoping that was a dream team of mine. So
Right. And
and
that's good. That's
it
very
was a
good.
small team. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. Future knows them. Nava back then. Nava Sanction. Well, it had only 10k subs and stuff, but for me, I like the branding and everything. So I was like,
I'll put it back.
this is the team that I want to join, and I joined my dream team.
I'm pretty sure everyone though back in the day had the dream to join FaZe, man, before they started going
Oh yeah,
corporate.
definitely I did.
Okay, I'm not
Ever
gonna
since I
lie. Yeah,
saw ill cams and all that.
I did hope to join FaZe one day.
The only org that has actually stuck to its roots and still continuously doing it while maintaining esports is Soar. Soar will always have my fucking respect simply for the fact they're still putting out trick shot and COD montages. They're sticking to their roots.
Yeah, that is very true.
Soar are genuinely on another level, and it pisses me off that
No,
FaZe
well,
of I'm trying to complete
FaZe is
assholes.
not gonna be as they used to be unless they actually end up changing it that way.
I'm not gonna lie. Wanna know what pissed me off a shitload? Every single thing that I wanted to do with Aero, Nature did with 100 Thieves.
See, everyone, when they start a team nowadays or an org or whatever, they try and follow in the footsteps of FaZe. Like, FaZe is, let's copy these fuckers, they're huge. They're the biggest in the world. I decided to go for NorCal because they came back, and they blew the fuck up. NorCal have done everything fucking right.
True. That is a good point.
NorCal Mitch is one hell of a fucking guy, man. The way he's turned NorCal around from like 10k to, I think they're saying like 250k now.
That is a
Like,
good point.
Because
NorCal are
Mitch has
so
been getting all the connections and everything. He's been building up respectful and mutual relationships with everyone.
He is, like, Mitch is doing everything right. I've asked him a few tips myself, but obviously he's not going to give away the secret business plan.
His secret
Yeah.
formula, yeah.
Like, nobody's going to give away the formula to success. That's something you have to learn for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
gonna
it's
lie, I wish I learned that for some people because I have literally told people a shitload of secrets how I did stuff with Aero, and at the end of the day, they all just copied me and then just trying to shit talk me or just played it off like I don't exist or like I never helped them or anything.
it's how it always plays out. But you do
Well,
have
that's a part of
you do,
just giving them their own ego. That's basically what that is.
In the right path. That shows you're going in the
And then
right
he
path,
just
though.
comes back, then he starts saying something within it.
I know, like this guy just randomly comes back, just says something like he's been here the whole time, while he literally said, I'll be
I
back.
pay attention. I pay attention, man. I got ADHD and ADD, man. I'm all over the place, man.
That's what she said.
Hey, man.
it is
I
it's a
guess.
pain in the ass. So, like, it really is. Like, if something you do, another org is going to copy you. If they see that it's working for you, that's it. It's not necessarily becoming viral, but it's becoming something that other orgs are going to copy straight off.
I see that
Straight
as a
off.
form of
Basically,
flattery.
copy, but just don't make it seem like you did.
It's like
Yeah.
that meme,
That
you know?
is
It's like that meme.
that is true, but just like I said, not really ever tried to copy anyone because of course when I just started Aero, we were doing Call of Duty montages. After that,
Hmm.
Fortnite, and then we became
Everyone did that though. Like,
Didn't
that's
you do esports for a little bit?
yeah, we were into esports only for a while as well. I regret every single decision about that. Fucking hell, that was a time period that I wanted to smack my head against the wall and never wake up. But
it's a pain in the ass nowadays
Well,
because
esports, it just takes a lot of time and effort for that one.
true, but
everything's done. That's the issue. Like, everything has been done in the gaming scene. There's very few things that actually haven't.
yes, that is true. But just like on the Thieves, they started out like how no other team did, and Future knows this because he has been in Aero for a long time, and actually everything that 100 Thieves did was exactly everything that I wanted to do with my team. And after that just blew up, I literally been in a space like, okay, I'll continue
What
with,
can I do different?
yeah, so we are basically just continuing what we have been doing, but now we are basically stuck in a place that we are like, okay, what can we do that nobody else is doing?
Because other teams have already done like a whole bunch of shit already. So
Yeah, exactly. So, uh, like I said, that pissed me off. I mean, I'm glad that nature is doing good with 100 Thieves and everything, but man, was I pissed off to find out that he did everything that I wanted to do.
but there could be so many other people,
I
or
mean, it's okay to
maybe
have
few.
inspiration.
Yeah, but that is the thing. Nature wasn't my inspiration. I had those ideas that he is doing. I had them already, and then he does
Well,
it.
that means you guys are. That means the ideas that you have are working. You just have to find a way to make it
Make
out and work.
Make it
make
your
it
own.
excel, basically.
Yeah, that's he got either lucky, he got fortunate, he was able to make things happen that
I
you're just
mean,
not
he
in the
was an
grasp of able
optic
to do.
in FaZe,
Yeah,
wasn't he?
yeah.
Before, so he
So
had
he had
the
that
connections and
platform.
everything before then,
Yep,
and he had the community to do it.
it's cool. And most connections that I supposed to have, like I said earlier, like I helped so many people just to get fucking shit on at the end for no fucking reason, or some people. I'm not gonna be a holy one. Some people had some good reasons to be mad at me. Some people had less good reasons to be mad at me.
Hmm.
But there are also some people that just parted ways, like where they said, I'm still gonna support you if you ever need me, just hit me up, and then made a decent name. And then if I asked them, like, yo, can you give me advice, or what do you think about this and this, they just fucking ignore me and shit.
Yeah, then they get the ego,
Yeah,
thinking that
so
they're better and everything. Yeah,
It's also pretty much if you start a team when it comes to connection wise, if you not have really built something for yourself and someone bigger than you wants to stay in connection, it's really more about luck than anything.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. We just keep going for now.
That's all you can do, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't have really much more to discuss to
I
be
think
honest. I think
we
that's it.
basically covered everything.
Did we hit everything? It's
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
like
we hit
5 minutes.
more than
every
everything.
every everything. Basically, Royale told me in DMs. We basically covered.
I think
See, and
I
I
mean,
we,
didn't say, I didn't say
it was
anything I
gonna
wasn't
happen no matter
supposed
what, but
yeah, I only did not expect
it just
for,
felt sooner.
yeah, it just felt sooner and didn't expect it to turn out longer than an hour, but hey, it's all good.
I mean, I don't think we've talked about between Twitch, Kick, and YouTube.
Oh yeah, that is also
I
a
fuck with
very
Kick.
good thing. YouTube, Twitch, and
I've
Kick.
been grinding.
YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. That's also a
kick
very
kick all the
interesting
way,
thing.
man.
What?
Kick all the way.
Kick
Kick's
all
on
the
the
way.
rise, man.
Kick is making some noises, I'm not gonna lie. Twitch has been fucking up way too much. But I feel like YouTube is also a pretty good place.
YouTube's really good too.
There's
YouTube's in a good spot.
a
You just
lot of
a lot of
a
work
lot
on
of
them too.
streamers have gone to YouTube,
But I feel
and
like
then but there's also they're also going to Kick now too because of the way Kick is being able to profit for them.
Oh, the
Yeah.
amount of money Kick is putting out, man. Fuck. No wonder people are going to it.
that is very
I'm
true.
not even so much for the money, but it's a new platform, and I'm able to actually put a name on it because it's still up and rising. It's got people. Uh, it's got a grab. It's got an attention grabber. You know what I mean? Like people want to go for it. So it's nice to be able to get on a new platform and actually be able to see where my progress lies. Because with Twitch, it's almost like favorites on Twitch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's
Man,
what I like about it.
I love how Kick is just basically just trying to help smaller creators make a name for themselves as well. That's something I really respect about Kick. That they try to help smaller creators make something for themselves.
Oh yeah,
You
there's a lot of smaller streamers that have been able to do something on Kick so far.
exactly YouTube. I still feel has a long way to go, but it has a lot of potential.
It does, yeah.
I actually think that YouTube can win it all if they start making the right decisions on it and just work more on it.
I feel like there's something that they could add, features or benefits to people who are streaming on it,
Oh, that is for sure.
especially smaller creators too. I mean, it's not just about the bigger creators because I know because they have that community already, so they're already gonna get their funds and everything from YouTube. But just smaller creators, especially like me. I mean, I'm a small creator,
I will go to
and
Kick if
if
I
I
was
was
you.
to, I actually ended up making a kick. You didn't see the tweet.
I made one for Aero as well. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I was planning on
I think
bringing.
most people have made a Kick, but Kick is definitely going to take over, man.
I don't
That's
know.
It's already surpassed Twitch by now
oh, 100%.
Well,
because Kick has just more benefits than Twitch. Because Twitch, the developers behind it, all they want is the money that apparently that the streamers get. Like the goddamn profits. It's so stupid.
that is so true. I don't know though. I still have a feeling that YouTube can actually win it all or be the biggest streaming platform aside from videos only. But I still think that they have a long way to go. to actually make something out of it.
Well, I highly doubt they've been putting their brains behind anything for YouTube.
No one does.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think
I mean,
Twitch is gonna, at the end of the day, Twitch is
I mean,
gonna be Twitch, but I think Twitch is gonna lose a lot of people.
I guess you could say that
it
about
already
anything too.
has.
You know, at the end of the
Twitch
day,
already has.
hot dog is gonna be a hot dog.
The fuck?
I mean, YouTube basically
Having-
got fucked up ever since, Logan Paul did that one video.
Okay.
And I feel like.
I would bring it up the Japanese vlog.
Well, I'm just saying, if fucking he didn't do that, I feel like YouTube would have been in a better place.
Why?
Because they fucking did a whole bunch of shit to what is it? Their guidelines. Ever
yeah, but they're
since
going
that.
back to how they used to be now.
Yeah, but they're still a little bit away from making it right, though.
Oh yeah, but you gotta think Susan was ahead of it for how long? 8 years, maybe.
Probably. I can search.
And
that.
now it's someone else, and he's going back to how it was. Like monetization's gotten better already. Guidelines are supposedly getting better.
Only time will tell, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
Why do you look like a hacker, Future? You got the blue screen in your glasses and everything, looking like you're about to say, "I'm in."
Okay, so
Okay.
she was the CEO of YouTube from 2014 to 2023.
9 years.
Yep.
pretty long time, pretty long time. She did a decent job though. Let's be honest.
No, she didn't. She fucked up
No,
the
she
community
didn't.
guidelines and fucked up the monetization. My man said that like he knew it, man. He had so much
He was so
confidence.
confident about
I
it.
know. Let's be real. She did pretty good while she was there. No, she did
I'm just
not.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Amazing, amazing. Oh no.
I'm pretty
guys.
sure. I'm pretty sure the YouTube community was so happy when she left.
Dude, everybody was.
I think almost everybody was, yeah. But hey,
Well,
I think that's gonna be it for today, guys.
is that everything?
I think so.
Alright, boys. It was nice
Well,
talking to you.
Yes, definitely. I wanna thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you
No
for
problem.
having me.
AC, Future, thank you guys for being here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And
No worries.
I'm probably gonna have some of you guys, if not all of you guys, probably in the future again, most likely.
Alright, sounds good.
I think that
Yeah,
just
my
will
name is
be
always
there.
gonna be there.
I was about to say, if I'm gonna say just watch out for the video in the future, then this motherfucker will be there. Either by
Whenever my
person
name is
or by name.
called, I am summoned.
Right.
Exactly. No, but for real though, I want to thank you guys for coming. It's been a blast talking to you guys, just vibing, talking some
Yeah.
stuff over, and yeah.
It's
Yeah,
been
it's
my
been nice.
pleasure.
Thank
Might
you
as
guys
well.
for coming.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
though.
you too.